are calling in regards to my grandmother Faye. Beverly, one of the so-called carers, have just come to the door, and she said that the office sent her to come. So she said for me to call the office and ask them. So I did, and they said that it was ordered by the social worker. Is that
to do what?
for the carer to come? Is that correct?
To collect the cards, to come and get the money and put on the cards.
No, was it you who ordered the carer to come?
Sorry, say again? Say again?
Was it you who ordered the carer to come? Because that's what the company said.
The agents, yes, the carers have to come. They come in. You asked last week, you and your dad asked last week that the carers don't come anymore to do personal care for your grandmother, yes? You said you wanted it to stop.
We didn't ask. We said that that's what needs to happen.
Okay, so it ended. I did what you asked, and I ended it. So the carers still have to come every once a week because the money is still with us. So she's still not getting any money, is she? Your grandmother is not getting her benefits. The bank hasn't been sorted yet, has it?
Well, I mean, they can't come here anymore at all. So
how are you going to get the money for your grandmother?
We
are you going to come to the office and collect it?
We do need documentation for this.
We can't give documentation.
Because
we don't give the bank.
This is fraudulent.
We can't tell the bank what to do.
This isn't about the bank, but if the social services are stopping her benefits, and this is a crime.
This to you, JR. We are not stopping her money. We cannot tell the bank what to do.
Well, this is not about money. This is about social services involvement, which we don't want at all. It's not just the carers; it's social services as well.
Okay. So I can tell you exactly what it's been happening it's happening at the moment. The carers have been told to come along and collect the gas and electric card to put money on it, and to bring the voucher. If you don't want the carers to come to the house and do that, will you be coming to the office to collect that?
Well, that's what we said was we don't want any of the state involvement.
I heard what you said, but your grandmother has been accusing you and your father and whoever else in the family, I don't know, of financially abusing her.
Yes, so does she accuse you and all of the carers. She also accuses almost every single paramedic and police officer that comes.
I agree.
And
I agree, but however, that does not mean to say that we walk away and do nothing. The process has been started. If you want to contest it, then you can contest it, but you will have to get power of attorney and all that sort of business in place so that you can protest it. That is your right.
Why didn't they tell us then in the beginning? And I can't...
I thought, the way you and your father have been speaking to me, I thought you already know. You've been telling me about solicitors and things. I thought you already knew all of this.
Because you can't go by any of the
social services are doing all these things against you, so I thought you already knew. So if you want to contest it, you can contest it. I'll find out who you have to contest it to. It's not to me. I'm just doing my job. So when do you want me to send the carers or not? Do you want the carers to stop coming? What do you want to send them?
I can't actually respond to any of this unless it's in writing. So if you can send it through the post in writing, then I can either respond in email or letter in writing.
But you phoned me and asked me, so you can respond.
I know, but all of this is happening, it seems to be off the record in secret.
No, it's not off the
so
record.
it needs to be in writing. We've contacted DWP. We've contacted DWP to inquire about my grandmother's account. And what they said is that the social services want to stay off the record. They don't want to be mentioned.
I don't know who told you that, and if they
The
said that,
DWP
then
officers.
we can talk about it, but I have no idea about that. Why would it be off the record?
Well, what the Department of Work and Pension told us, me and my dad, both of us, is that the social services said they don't want to be mentioned because they are afraid that we are going to take legal action against them.
We are never afraid of legal action. If you are going to take legal action, then that would be brilliant, because then everything will be in writing and above board, and everybody will know what's going on. So if you want to take legal action, that's your choice.
If the social services isn't afraid of legal action, then they would have sent this in writing.
Send what in writing? What do you want me to say in writing?
Whatever it is that you intend to do.
Okay. All right then.
Because we don't actually hear of it until it happens and everyone's confused. No one knows what's going on.
No, JR, last week didn't I speak to you on the phone and you said you wanted the support plan to finish?
Yes, I said I wanted everything to finish, but you still making decisions.
Yeah, because I can't leave your grandmother without any money. We're still sending her money every week.
You're
so
not.
you want us to stop sending
Well,
money now?
Where's she sending it?
We haven't seen it for ages. Where are you sending
What,
it?
the money?
2 weeks.
The carers come and bring the
No,
money.
they don't.
So are you saying that the money
She just
for
said she
the
took them off. Now she's
gas
saying
and
she sent money.
electricity
Which
and
one
the
is it?
vouchers, you're not getting them?
No, you said that you
when
took them. You just stated what me and my dad told you about 2 weeks ago, that we want everything to stop, and you
agreed.
asked when and agreed to it. So we said starting from immediately 2 weeks ago.
Now you're saying you've been
Now
sending money.
you said that you've been sending money once a week.
Where's it
Okay.
going?
Which one is it?
The personal care is what was stopped. The carers, you said you didn't want the carers coming in every day.
No, the
so now the
finances.
carers are coming once a week to bring the money,
What for?
the vouchers, the food vouchers,
What for?
and to
But
collect
what
the cards
for?
to put the money on the gas
What
and electric
for?
cards. That's all the carers are
For
doing.
what?
Nothing else.
Under what grounds? What law? What section?
Anyway, I can't actually respond to any of this unless I have it in writing.
Okay. Do you want me to still send the carers to bring the money or not? Or are
No.
you going to come to the office? No, you don't want them to send. You don't want me to send the money.
I'm going to pass the phone to my dad now, and you can speak to him.
Okay.
What's her name? Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Hi, is it Jennifer, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Jennifer. Were you here yesterday?
No.
You didn't come to the property yesterday about 11?
No. I didn't come to your house at all.
Right, okay. Are you aware of anybody else from the council that may have come?
No.
No? And mental health services?
No.
So no one at all?
No. Nobody's told me anything. You're the first people that have gone to me about Mrs. Mustafa this week.
I'm not phoning about my mother necessarily. It's about her.
Came to your front door yesterday. I don't know who they were.
All right. What I thought you said a few weeks ago was that social services involvement has ended the day you said it ended. Now what I'm understanding is that it has not ended. Could you clarify which one it is?
Okay. The carers were coming in to do personal care, to prompt medication, to do those sort of tasks with your mother. Yeah?
Well, there's a few problems with that, what you just said.
Yes, there was.
Now, number one, they're not, well, I'm sorry, but they don't do any caring. No, I'm sorry. The property had 24 hours videoing and there was no caring to my mother at all. Not even appropriate helping her, taking her medication. That's been fully recorded. Now, they don't cook, they don't wash her, they didn't wash her. Nobody washed her apart from her son and her cousin. Nobody's cooked for her. She doesn't want their caring, okay? She signed documents.
Stop it, which I did.
Right, which we didn't understand even why you were involved to start with last year.
Yes, you told me that, and I have looked through the file, and I got to the point where it said that you and your son were removed from the house and left your mother with nobody. So a plan was put in place to maintain.
Hold on a second. We're going around in circles here. It was your officers that told the sergeant from Islington police station, you want the whole family removed. Okay? We've got that on record now. And there's also solicitors that's just issued civil action against the Metropolitan Police for damages for the 25th of September. And also for the date in, was it early January, Junior, when they done it again to you?
Yeah.
Okay? So it's civil action against the Metropolitan Police. Metropolitan Police saying this is what social services wanted. Otherwise, we got no business in this. So it's your department, your boss, that's giving these orders from your legal department, in-house legal department. It's nothing to do with the carers. Let's get that straight. Yes? Now, it's not understood why you want that. But you're claiming that you are protecting my grandmother from her family, i.e., me, the son, i.e., her grandson, i.e., her other grandson, i.e., her daughter-in-law. Is that right? Is that what you're doing?
What are we talking about today?
You tell me what we're talking about. You tell me who you're protecting from who. Listen, so a lot of people, listen, there's a lot of people in this country that are complaining about the same problem. What you're doing is not confined to just our family. We know what this is all about. So let's make it simple, right? You just said to my son only minutes ago that she, my mother, has supposedly, you say, made allegations against me and my son. And that because of those allegations, you can't just let this go. You need to protect, safeguard her from me and my son and the whole family. That's what I'm thinking, hearing you're saying. Can you confirm if that is what you're saying? You cannot confirm it. You can't confirm it.
No, because you've just added lots of stuff onto that.
Okay, well, simplify it then.
Exactly what I said to your son. You heard it. You record everything.
What, you're protecting my grandmother from me and from him? Financial?
Financially, there was...
Who done it? Who gave you the permission to do it?
I have no idea.
Did you seek from me, the next of kin, the signed from...
You haven't got power of attorney or any...
Well, power of attorney was elected. Power of attorney...
Have you applied for power of attorney?
Well, let me say this for the record. It'll probably be in the media by tomorrow. Power of attorney was elected by my mother 8 years ago in the witnessing of 2 consultant psychiatrists with the knowledge. Hold on, I'm telling you, you're not understanding my English. My mother elected. No, it's you that doesn't understand my English, not me. It's not me that lacks the English. Well, I'm going to repeat for you again then. I'm going to repeat for you if you understand English properly, then you'll know what I'm saying. 8 years ago, my mother, when she was in full capacity, elected when the time comes, if the time comes, if she has no capacity permanently, which is not the case, the hospital is saying yet, if the time comes, she elected 8 years ago, and a number of times since then, in front of 2 consultants, psychiatrists, and those consultant psychiatrists have written to the GP at the Elizabeth, what's it called, Elizabeth what? Elizabeth Avenue Group Practice, and shared this information. If and when Faith becomes no capacity, she elects her son, my name, not my twin brother, but me, to be the power of attorney. Now, I don't need to issue that step if medical people are telling me she is not fully non-capacity, and that could change. So I say, well, do I need to apply for power of attorney fully? They said, you don't need to fully because her capacity issue could change once the psychiatrists see her again, and when they prescribe a particular drug, which appears to be all that she needs, your mother will be fine. So then I don't need to apply for power of attorney. But I have the power given by my mother, witnessed by 2 consultant psychiatrists already on record, and with the knowledge of the GP, if and when my mother becomes in a state where she needs power of attorney, I have been allocated by her and doctors. When I decide, not the government, not the state, not the Prime Minister, not you, and not King Charles III, but when I decide to action what my mother has chosen in her full capacity days, that is what will be. And that's what you don't seem to understand. Okay? Then the law says that's how it works as well. And so does clinical law. All right? And it's it. Simple. I don't need to run around today being capacity or non-capacity for my mother, or she's this or she's that. That's it. Now, her property is where she's going to live at, is what we say, is what she wants. And her grandson is her carer, right? Her grandson is her grandson. You're not going to come along and tell the Turks, you mean nothing in millennia and millennia, thousands of years of culture, but the state here will determine under fascist rules. If that's what you're doing, put it in writing and come forward in writing. But at the moment, what we're told by services, DWP and other government bodies from the Home Office, that a corporate body, which includes the social services, do not want to be named as they fear that legal action will be taken against them. I said, well, that's illegal in itself. They said, well, that's what it says here. We've got that recorded as well. I'll make sure it goes on national this week so people can hear it on the media. All right? We'll take it to the Gazette as well. Someone's meant to be taking that story on Thursday from us, and we'll keep going until the whole country has read about it. This is not about children, so you can't hide behind, oh, they're under 17. This is about adults you're doing it to. You do it to babies, you do it to children, you do it to the elderly, the disabled. So don't come playing all these act games with me that you're, an innocent little good doer yourself as well, Jennifer, because that doesn't wash. All right? Now, I've asked you simple questions. I said, could you please tell us what your involvement is? You've refused. You have refused. Now, I've had the dementia clinic speak to me, and they said the GP has told us, the social services told them, and they're legal not to talk to you. I've got that recorded as well. Why would you, at the social services, be contacting the GP to tell them not to talk to me? See if you can answer that one, Jennifer.
I have no answer for you.
And the reason you have no answer for me?
Because we didn't, as far as I'm concerned, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Would you not like to?
I can't
Right.
comment on something I know nothing
Right.
about.
Would you?
That's what the doctor said.
Right.
That's what
Would
the doctor said. I'm not saying that he didn't say it. I'm saying that I know nothing about
Well, as a social worker, is it not your duty, under the duty of care, to contact the doctor and ask if such a thing has happened? Sorry?
No.
No?
I spoke to the doctor. I spoke to your mother's doctor, I think it was last week or the week before, after I came to visit you.
Okay.
Because I wanted to speak to him about what we spoke about, what I spoke about with you, about the nurses coming in to prompt medication. So I phoned the doctor and I spoke to the doctor and we spoke about your grandmother, and there was nothing said about them not talking to you or anything like that.
Did you?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't comment on it. Because
All right.
I did speak to the doctor. I spoke to him about the medication and her not taking the medication. I spoke to her and you all telling me that she doesn't take it from the carers, and sometimes JR has a hard time giving her the medication as well. I spoke to her and him about the pain in her left arm, and he said that she was getting pain patches for that, and I said when I went to visit she didn't have a patch on. I don't know if it was taken off at the hospital, but she certainly didn't have a pain patch on her shoulder when I visited her, and she showed me the shoulder.
Her shoulder needs an operation, is what orthopedics are saying.
This is what I'm just telling about with the doctor.
Well, tell me first. I mean, who gave you? Hold on. Who gave you the consent to discuss my mother with anyone anyway?
When you spoke to me when I was in the house and you talked about the nurses coming in to see to your grandmother, didn't I tell you that I was going to be talking to them?
No, I haven't actually said that. What I've said is my mother. No, I didn't. It's fully recorded what I said, and maybe I should put that up tomorrow as well. Now, what I said to you was, look, we're speaking English, but we both speak English, but what I understand from it and what you understand from it are two different things. I think you hear what you want to hear, and I'm saying what I'm saying. We're asking, why are you? We're trying to for the last time to see if we can do this nicely on the telephone, communicate nicely and understand each other. And this is my last attempt probably. Junior, obviously, you've got Junior going around in circles for nothing. He's a young lad. He doesn't need to suffer this abuse, all right, and this spiritual put down. So what is it that... No, we're not going to complain. We're not looking at complaining. We're looking at something a lot more serious.
Called me and said that the carers not coming anymore. Are they still coming? And I said the carers are coming for one thing, and that is to collect the gas and the electric card and put money on them, and to bring the voucher.
Hold on a second. With what authority are you doing that?
Do you not want that to happen anymore? And if that's what you want, are you all going to come to the office and collect the money and the vouchers? How do you want this to happen if you don't want the carers to come anymore? Because I've told the carers that you all don't want them in the house, and they're not to go into your mother's house anymore, and that is all that they're coming for. Is for the card to put the money on. That's it. And
right. Well, it's very simple. Under what grounds are you involved to start with? Tell me that. Yeah, what grounds? What grounds? No, I don't know full well. No, I don't know full well. I do not know why you are involved. My mum doesn't want your involvement. My mother does not want your involvement. It's that simple.